actually have a full-on blown emergency. You can see the winds are just blowing a little bit out of control. We're getting gusts of 30 to 50 mile an hour right now. Check out the tree right there. The big deal is earlier today on the hillside behind us, a fire got lit up. A combine was back there doing its work on the field, plowing up the field, the old wheat field, and it threw some sparks into the wheat field. Now, all I know is what I've read or heard online and what my wife has heard, but the fire traveled south of us, so that's south, back down this way, and they called for evacuations in the town just south of us. The fire is completely out of control. The high winds have caused it to hop the freeway. These winds came out of nowhere, guys. These winds absolutely came out of nowhere. It was totally peaceful and calm, sunny, and in the last 30 minutes, it's like hell on bridges. Okay, we've got all the winds. They seem to be blowing northwest now. So everything changed from blowing south to blowing north. It's blowing the smoke in here like it's out of control. Okay, I mean, you can see back here. I'm expecting the visual to be going soon. We went ahead, my wife and I, we hosed down the entire yard, but it looks like it's completely dried already. We have a huge brush pile here. There's a lot of stuff we're worried about, but as for now, we know that the fire is heading north. It's no longer heading south. It's not under control. You can see the smoke through here. Typically, you can see the whole mountain range back through here, even this time of night, and it's like 8 o'clock night, right? It's not even that late, but the smoke has blackened out the sky. Completely blackened out the sky. We're going to be live through this. This is nuts. We thought we were going to get another pass this year away from the smoke, but it just isn't going to happen, unfortunately. It looks like the smoke is definitely coming in. Look, you can see right there. We've got a little patch of what is supposed to look like blue skies. This is kind of weird. We're actually getting some spots of rain right now, too. So not only has the smoke infiltrated, but now we've got rain. All right, I don't think the weather can get any crazier. And lightning. So now we've got lightning, we've got rain, and we've got fire. Holy smokes. What the heck is going on? I just saw lightning over this way. Yeah, you see it? You see it lightning up the sky? Holy shenanigans. And raindrops on me. Okay, this is nuts because literally 30 minutes ago, the sky was absolutely clear. There was barely any wind. And now we're getting like, look at that, 40 to 50 mile an hour gusts. The rain is starting to come down. We've got lightning and we've got a fire from super dry weather right over here. What the heck is going on with the climate? This is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. Okay, so what's going on is we have a fire that started earlier today over here, and it was heading south. The fire was heading south all day long. They started evacuating the town just below us. It came out of nowhere. A combine actually threw some sparks into the hayfield. It happened a few days ago. They got it under control. Unfortunately, the wind kicked up today and it started sending the fire south. Unfortunately, about 30 minutes ago, the wind totally changed and this entire weather front moved in. We've got raindrops coming down. The wind's blowing. Holy cow. We've got lightning over here. The wind was blowing. It's probably like anywhere from 30 to 50 mile an hour gusts. It's enough to move me pretty good. And I'm a solid 270 pounds. You can see the lightning shots. Okay, these raindrops, they actually hurt. Unfortunately, the fire that they started evacuating the town hopped the freeway earlier today just south of us. And about 30 minutes ago, the wind changed and we started getting these massive gusts of wind. And now the fire's heading back towards our town. So it started on just south of Milton, Freewater on the south end of the town. And now it's coming back. We've got lightning striking over here. This is shaping up to be a whole shit show. This is not good. Holy cow. All right, that's not good. Okay, my ladder's about to get blown over. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna take down the ladder. Okay. Let's get the ladder down. Sorry guys, if you're watching this, just hold on. All right, we got the ladder down. Yeah, this is turning out to be a big old shit show tonight. I was really hoping this season we'd be able to get away from the fires, but it doesn't look like it. Looks like fire season has just started. Let's see if we can catch some of that lightning. You guys can see how bad the wind is right now. And all this just started in the last 30 minutes. It literally came out of nowhere. Unfortunately, our yard is about as brown and dry. We were supposed to rip it up this next season. We're going to put new lawn in. I've got to be out here to make sure that if anything does hop over here, I've got my hose out here. We're on fire prevention tonight. I'm not trying to let my house burn down. And we've got lightning out. Oh, yeah. It's lighting up all right. Holy smokes. This is nuts. Okay, so sounds like the entire town of Weston is being evacuated. So I braced up everything a little earlier. Come on. It was just totally calm skies. It was totally calm skies all day long. Beautiful outside. Absolutely beautiful. And then 30 minutes ago, it just flipped out of nowhere. Just boom. The wind shifted from heading south to heading north. And actually, it's more northeast, so that's even worse. Holy cow. And if you look over to the side of town over here, you can usually see the whole mountain range back there. You can't see anything. The smoke is just rolling in. You can see right back there. That's somebody's home. That's people having to evacuate their home right now, all down that way. All right, if you guys just tuned in, we've got a big old raging fire just south of us, and the wind has shifted. It's heading back towards us. I'm out here on fire duty patrol in the middle of a freaking blazing windstorm with thunder and rain. Yeah, holy cow. Super fun times. I think we're going to go up on the porch just to make sure. I'll give you guys a view of where the lightning's coming in from. So the rain and lightning seem to be heading in from the west. And we're out here in Milton Freewater. Now it looks in the camera, it looks like there's a bunch of nice light and stuff over there. It's like black. Like, there you go. You got it. Got a massive lightning storm coming in. Holy smokes. And those gusts of wind, we're expecting up to 70-mile-an-hour gusts of wind tonight. Hey, bud. Hey, come here. Holy cow. All right, it looks like it's died off for a second. The wind's died down just a little bit, but it's rolling in all right. Okay, so the lightning's going to be coming in. That's going to be sparking new fires everywhere. Yeah, unfortunately, this is absolutely the beginning of the fire season. This sucks. We've been having breathing problems all freaking day long. But, you know, what do you do? I figured y'all would want to see the fun that we're about to, I say fun lightly, more like a travesty for everybody that's losing their home right now. I know we're on call right now. My wife is she oversees handicapped, disabled, elderly people. And she's on call because their house is actually down that way. Holy smokes. So we may be running out to actually evacuate people tonight. Thanks everybody who's tuned in. I'm in Eastern Oregon. We're right here in Milton, Freewater in Eastern Oregon. I don't know anything about a 99 Ford Ranger. I do like the 99 Ford Ranger step sides though. My stepdad said it's the most worthless truck because it's a step side instead of a long bed, but I kind of like them, and we appreciate the prayers.
What?
All right, we're just going to stay live as this goes on. Holy smokes. Okay, the wind is just blowing through here. Holy crud. Yep. Well, that's a good lightning show here, that's for sure. Holy smokes. No, I took it down because it was about to blow over.
You gotta shut this door, baby, because the smoke's gonna come in.
Yep. Go ahead and shut the door.
I'm gonna move the water.
All right. Go ahead. Let's see if we can capture some more lightning strikes. So this reminds me of when I lived in Utah in my 20s. We used to have microbursts, and they come blazing through, and when things were on fire, it'd just be filled with smoke. And then you have this, and it's dead. The wind just died. There's nothing. Nothing, no wind. It was like 40-mile-an-hour gusts, and now it's just gone. A few drops of rain and a couple lightning strikes. Holy smokes. This is nutty. Something tells me a torrential downpour is coming here pretty quick. So the smoke is moving in. My wife is locking up the house. She's getting all of our filters ready for the inside of the house. So we typically run the fans hooked up with furnace filters. We get pretty smoky this time of year, at least for a few days. The last couple of years we've been really lucky. It hasn't been that bad, but I don't think we're gonna make it this year. I think we're about to head into the smoke season. Definitely getting smoky. Definitely getting smoky. I can feel it. Definitely having a harder time breathing. Holy cow. It looks all blue in the phone, but it is just gray and black skies here. Absolutely just gray and black skies. So the smoke is rolling in from over here. You can see it. Just a huge plume of smoke coming from the south. And like I said earlier, typically right through there, you can see the whole mountain range all through the night, but the smoke is just rolling in. And that wind changed so fast. I mean, just so fast. It was just this light breeze going southbound, and then out of nowhere, just huge gusts of wind. We're talking 40, 50 mile an hour gusts of wind. I don't know. I don't want to go down the conspiracy road and say, oh, you know, they're screwing with the weather, but dang. Hey, everybody. Bye. I'm here. Yeah, this is crazy, right? I don't think I've ever caught that many lightning strikes on my camera before, but there is a massive storm moving in here. A big old thunderstorm on top of the fire going. This place is just going to be a big old ball of smoke tomorrow. And with the fire switching directions, heading back towards town instead of away from it. You know, my wife told me to hose down the yard earlier, and I was like, no, 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 we don't need to do that. But now I realize she was totally right. Of course, don't tell her I said that, because I'll never live that down. Yeah, you can see the smoke. It's like curling around the whole town right now. Whatever's going on upstairs up there in the wind, it is a freaking... Oh. You guys see that one? That's freaking nutty. Wow. I shouldn't be out here, but you know what? Let's be real. I've only got a couple years left anyway. This would be a rad way to go. Absolutely awesome. Check it out. We got lightning everywhere. The wind has died down totally. We were just having like 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts. I mean, it was almost taking me off my feet. I had my ladder. Look at that. I had to take down the ladder because it almost blew over. We got all the plants braced up, everything staked down, so nothing's going to get torn out of the ground, I hope. That is freaking nuts. Now, we're down here in Eastern Oregon. Just south of Walla Walla. So it's like the second Napa Valley. Unfortunately, it's also a smoke valley tonight. We got the smoke rolling in heavily. Look at that. Look at that pink up there. That's crazy. That's all that smoke coming through. And here comes the rain, a little bit of rain at least. Holy cow. All right, so the wind has died down a little bit. And here it comes. And the wind is picking up just a little bit. It's like a little... Okay. All right. That's freaking nutty. Yeah, the fires are just south of us. We actually had one. So we've got this big old hill behind us here. You can see the outline right here. This is the hill. And the hill goes all the way back and then stretches south. There was a fire on the back side of the hill around 1 o'clock this afternoon. And we had one yesterday. They got control of it. Unfortunately, the combine that was cleaning the wheat fields threw some sparks off again today, and it got out of control. The wind kicked in and it just tore through thousands of acres. They're evacuating the town just south of us, which is really unfortunate. We have a lot of friends. We've been getting calls on and off for the last hour. I may have to end this, and we may have to head down to help evacuate some of our friends. We actually have some friends that have their kids down there. I don't know if they've managed to find them yet, but they were down there checking out the fire. Last we heard, they were on the backside in an area you can't get back from. So we're actually waiting to hear and make sure that they're okay. Unfortunately, the wind has shifted, and the wind seems to be heading back towards town instead of moving away. Cow. Yeah, my wife was warning me that we might get 75 mile an hour gusts tonight, and I was like, no, there's no way. We're not going to get 75 mile an hour gusts. And then, yeah. And then out of nowhere, boom. Yeah, we're home. The wife is inside. The dog's inside. Everybody's okay inside. I'm stuck making sure that the fire, if it kicks up any sparks, it doesn't land in the yard, because we don't want to lose the house. So I'm out here just waiting with the hose, which is almost pretty much normal for this time of year. So the fires right now are about 5 miles down the road. Well, about a mile and 5 miles. If I walked out on the street right on the other side, you can see that kind of pink right up here. That's where the fire started, is right there. And it shifted, went all the way south, and now the wind is just blowing it right back. And it's blowing it east of us, which is kind of nice, except it's supposed to shift later in the night, and the wind is supposed to be sending it north, which is right to us. We know that the fire department was out without internet and without power just south of us, and it's just getting worse. This whole thing has just gotten started. Oh, moving out of the way of the... You can just hear it ripping through here. All right, that's about a 50-mile-an-hour gust. Holy cow, man, that thing took me off my feet. Holy smokes. All right, everybody. You probably can't see me. I know it's dark out here. Holy cow. Gotta head out to the garage for a minute here. All right, so this is nuts. I'm out in the garage right now, just getting out of the wind for a couple minutes. I didn't believe my wife. She said it was coming. I got on her case about it. I was like, you're wrong. Nothing's gonna happen. She can go a little to the far end sometimes. Yo guys, you can see it right there. You see that pink right there? That's the cloud of smoke. And that puppy is burning, and that is literally just over the hill from us. Check it out. That's it right there. It looks like blue skies, but those are not blue skies at all. That is all just dark, gray, nasty clouds. You can hear the rain coming down. Like there's something big and nasty moving in here for sure. It's good. Better have the go bag ready. Hey, if you know anything about me, our go bag is always ready. This is freaking... God dang it. I was just hoping we wouldn't have another fire season this year, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that lucky. Okay, wind is blowing. Okay. That's a big one. That's a... Holy crud, it's right here. All right. Okay, so the rain coming down feels like BBs. I'm wearing a tank top, which is pretty stupid of me. That does not feel good. I'll tell you what, the garden's getting so much needed rain, right? It just reeks of smoke out here. I'm gonna have to get my oxygen machine. All right, guys, bear with me. I gotta grab the oxygen machine. You can come inside with me. Hey, babe, where's my O2 tank? There it is. Is it charging? It's getting thick out there.
Hi.
No, I'm filming it. Oh. So we're filming it. I gotta get my O2 tank on. The air's getting a little too thick to just try and breathe without it. And if you know anything about me, I want to breathe. So we're gonna slap this puppy on. We're going back out. Maybe we can get some more lightning strikes. Oh. And see what happens here. All right, here we go. Oh yeah. All right. got the O2 tank on so we can breathe. And it is just dense smoke out here right now. You can see we're losing visibility over here. Typically we have visibility way beyond the structure over here. I know it looks like blue skies, but that is, once again, that is not blue skies. That is all just gray clouds. And you can't see the mountains. You can see the cloud structure all through here. That's all the smoke, and then all through there, all the smoke rising up through there, and it's all just flowing in here right now. And then on top of it, we're getting these massive gusts of wind. Let's sit down on the hammock for a minute. Holy smokes, that was a good one. This is almost worth it just to catch the lightning strikes. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, George, I appreciate it. We'll be out here until this thing dies down, or at least keeping our eyes on the yard. I'm not trying to have the house burned down tonight. And then my wife would say that's what insurance is for, but yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what we would do if the house burned down. Have you guys ever been in a situation where you thought your house was going to burn down and had to think about what you would do if it did? Like, I can absolutely guarantee if anything were to happen here, I'd be fighting this thing right to the end. Holy manoli. And it looks like some of the lightning died down. Either that or it just... No, I take that wrong. Lightning is still going crazy. Holy shenanigans. It's like right up there. Something tells me the next strike is going to come from right over here. Yeah, that wind is nuts. It just out of nowhere boosts up to like 40, 50 miles an hour, and then it just dies. It's like these pockets of wind are coming through. And the smell of smoke is just getting thick. But we've got the oxygen on. We're doing good. There's a little one right there. Hey, look, I'm glad I don't have to worry about tornadoes. Okay, George? If I had to worry about tornadoes, this would be a whole different situation. Although we do have property down in Missouri. We have 7.5 acres down in Missouri, and I'll tell you what, it's right south of Tornado Alley. There's a big one. Yeah. Only been there one time, and yeah, it was right after, and it was a disaster. Like, I feel for the people that live in the tornado affected zones. That is no joke. That makes this look like a walk in the park. Man, that smoke is just getting thick. Okay, so if it goes normally, like, we'll wake up tomorrow morning and you won't be able to see your hand in front of your face when you walk out the front door. That's typically how this ends up when the smoke starts rolling in. We actually have to tape off the doors and then use the filters on the fans just to filter inside the house, because I have breathing issues, which is why I'm on an air condenser right now. All right, guys, I need a beer. This is beer worthy. Are you guys drinking a beer watching this? If so, I hope so. If not, grab one. Enjoy it. All right, I'm going to put you guys down and let you enjoy this for just a second here. Okay, well, it's official, everybody. My wife's, so she oversees developmentally disabled adults. There's a special home. She's a manager for the house. We just got word that her house has been evacuated due to the fire. Holy cow. So we may be heading out to go help them move. So unfortunately, when they leave the house, they have nowhere to go. So they're going to be heading to the office up the road here. So we're probably going to have to head up and help them get situated. Man, what a shit show, guys. So that's like 15 people in a house for elderly people and disabled people that just got evacuated just south of us. The fire hopped the road and it's tearing through homes right now, down that way. And unfortunately, the wind has shifted and it's starting to head right towards us. So this is not good. I'm out here just trying to make sure that nothing gets burned up. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's what I heard too. Unfortunately, all the smoke is moving in all at once. 'Tis the season though, the end of July, middle of July, that's when it happens. Yeah. What? Sorry guys, my wife is screaming at me. What's going on? What?
There's another huge fucking fire right there.
Oh great, we got another fire just like a block away. Holy shit, no, it's closer than a block. Come on guys, we're gonna go check this out. You can see it right there. We've got another fire that lit up just up the street. Babe, I want you to grab the hose and start hitting the yard. Grab the hose and start hitting the yard. The fire, we've got a fire right back here. The town just south of us is on fire. Holy schnacks, that's not good. All right, so when I talked about the field being on fire, this is what I was talking about. Right there, the whole thing, it came down the front of the hill. So this is the edge of the whole dang thing. Oh man. So we're out here, we got the sprinklers going in the yard right now. My wife's elderly community, their house down south, down that way, was just evacuated due to this fire, and the wind flipped. We started getting these 70-mile-an-hour gusts, 50-mile-an-hour gusts, 30-mile-an-hour gusts. Anyway, it flipped, and we had some lightning strikes, and now the fire is right at our door. Holy shenanigans. That's not good. And you can see the lightning's going off on the other side. So we got fire coming from this side. We got lightning and wind coming from over here and down here, and it all seems to be kind of conversing right in this area. Holy freaking nutcake. You can, I know you can't see it, but the sprinklers are on. My wife is absolutely drenching the entire yard. We're getting prepared. We're not leaving if this thing comes. Everything we have is in our house. It's everything to us. There is no way under the sun we're not going to fight this one through and through. So we can't hear the fire department up there yet. We don't know if they're there yet. It does look like the glow of the fire has died down a little bit, so they must be at least somewhat on top of it. You can see the shadow of the lightning from this side acting up. Man, this is just a recipe for freaking disaster, folks. We've got lightning coming in, high winds, and the fire, there it goes, it's lighting up again. Holy smokes. I remember one time I was living in California and I walked outside in the morning and it was one of the biggest brush fires California's ever had. I walked out and it was just red everywhere. I wasn't even sure. We partied so hard the night before, I wasn't sure that I actually woke up in the morning. Thought maybe I'd gone to the old freaking place down below, but holy smokes. Wow. Well, good news, the wind has died down a little bit for now. It's supposed to be gusty all night long, and if it's anything like it's been for the last 45 minutes to an hour, Jiminy crickets. Look at that. That whole backside of that hill and the front side is on fire. Just up the way. And they had to have had most of it under control. Either that or the wind just switched directions. Holy smokes, guys. And the lightning. Yeah! You gotta go? So my wife has to head in. Like I was saying, they evacuated the disabled. Holy shit, look at that. It's lighting up again. That's that wind coming down. Holy cow, it just keeps lighting it up. Come on, give them a break. I mean, you can feel the rain. Never mind, that's a damn sprinkler. Oh, there's the rain. Yeah. Holy cow. Wow. Well, I'm not sure how this one's going to play out, folks. That thing's moving in real quick. And we know that not only do we have this one south, but we've got another one up on Appleton up the road here. I'll keep the water going.
They gotta let the clients in the office. They had to evacuate.
Who's watching over them?
The staff.
Okay. Do you need me? I guess not. Holy smokes. So my wife is... What's that? Okay. I got it in my hand.
Keep on watering the freaking yard.
I will. I love you.
Seriously, look at the picture.
I know. So my wife is heading up to the office. All the people that were living in a disabled elderly home are, they're all heading to the office. They evacuated their home. Apparently the fire is about 1.5 blocks away, and it sounds like they're going to lose their home. So that we're talking about people that are just disabled. They can't even take care of themselves. My wife is a manager. She oversees a bunch of the home health care workers that work there. Most of them are great people. And my wife has been on the phone with them. We were talking about it. We decided that she needed to be in close contact with them tonight because there was a possibility of fire jump in. And it did jump. It jumped a state route going south towards Pendleton, and it just blazed right towards the house. So everybody seems to be okay. My wife made sure that everybody had their, and you're gonna love this one. My wife made sure everybody had their go bags ready in advance, because one of the people that marked on here was talking about having to go bag. I mentioned it to my wife, and she made a call immediately to make sure that they had their go bags ready. So all the home health care workers got the go bags ready, and immediately the evacuation was called for. And now my wife is heading to her office, where all these people that have lost their home, or about to lose their home, or in the process of losing their home, are going to be. What a tragedy. I mean, that sucks. I know some of these people, and some of these disabled people, just, they deserve so much better than this. It sucks. What a bummer. But I was directed by the wife to stay home and make sure that we don't lose our house. So we are waterlogging every inch of our property right now. We've got 2 sprinklers running, front, back, sides. And until this thing lights up or gives up or whatever happens, we're going to keep them on. The last thing I want to do is wake up to a fire in the front yard and have to be rushed out because we're losing the house. I literally would die if that happened. So, and the reason why is this house is built in 1900. It's my first house, and remodeled this thing from the ground up. 1900s, all original stuff, and I rebuilt this whole thing with a few exceptions that my parents did. Sorry, it looks like, there we go. I was losing focus there, guys. Sorry about that. So we got the fire gone on in the background here. We've got lightning coming down over here, and a massive storm coming in. My wife just went off to help out with the evacuation of the elderly disabled people she looks over, and the workers she watches over. And I'm stuck at home, pretty much. Holy smokes. Hey everyone, thank you for the prayers. We greatly appreciate it. Hey, look, if you're praying, pray for the people that those elderly disabled that just got moved out of their home because the fire's taking it. My wife is heading over there to assist and help out. She's a manager. You can see the lightning coming in. It's just going to get worse. This sucks. Got the fire coming from one direction and the lightning coming from the other. It's like one of those really bad movies where Mother Nature just decides to light everything up all at once. Holy smokes. All right, so just out of curiosity, where's everybody from that's on here? This is, we're in Eastern Oregon, Milton Freewater area. We're just a small little town. I mean, I think we've got 7,000 people in the whole town. But we are like supposedly the Napa Valley of the North. At least that's what they say. But, you know, it's definitely not Napa Valley style out here. Maybe the wine's that good. I don't know. Oklahoma. Holy smokes. How's the weather in Oklahoma? Hopefully better than this. Yep, never been to Oklahoma, but we do have property in Missouri. Only been there one time though. We bought it, went there once, and it was right after a hurricane came through, or not a hurricane, but a tornado came through, and it decimated everything. And it was so bad on the property. We're like, well, we'll just wait for it to grow back, and then maybe we'll actually be able to get in. We had a hike into the property. We couldn't even get back into it because it was so far after it. Well, this fire is doing something nasty. Look at that. It's all the way up on the hill now. So it started out up here earlier today, and then the whole fire went south. It blew south about 15 miles, torched every wheat field straight that way. So we're talking thousands of acres totally torched. And then the wind shifted and just brought the whole thing back north. And unfortunately, when it brought it back north, it hopped over the freeway just to the east of us, which is the main drag from Walla Walla to Pendleton, Oregon. So now they have the entire freeway shut down. You can't get through. It's on fire. Weston's on fire. Rumor has it that Athena is fighting fires down there. And now it's all the way back here to south of Milton Freewater where we're at. And everybody's out in their yard watering it right now. We're getting ready to start the battle. It's unfortunate. But our fire department, unlike Hawaii, I just want to throw that out there, we've got every single fire truck in town battling this thing for sure. And in any county nearby, they're out there battling it for sure right now. It's absolutely freaking nuts. Wow. Yeah, I believe it's hot and humid for sure. Yeah, doom scrolling, buddy. Yeah, our town's on fire. It is not great. On the positive side, though, it seems like the lightning is pushed a little further north. And as I say that, of course, it lights up. And the wind has died down quite a bit. So we're not getting any more like 30 to 50 mile an hour gusts right now. It's just a slow burn on the hill and lightning in the background. And we're right in the middle of it. Dead smack in the middle of it. But on a positive note, I do have a fresh beer on the back porch that I'm going to go grab. If you're watching this, grab a cold one for me. There's the cold one. Oh, she gave me a half a glass of beer. That sucks. Okay, so random question for anybody watching. Who drinks beer out of a glass? I do. I used to drink it out of a bottle, then it was a can, and now I drink it out of a glass because I'm old. Nice to meet you too. All right. Well, there you go. You can see the sky lighting up a little bit with the lightning strikes happening. And this is the bad part. So we've got the sprinkler going right here. You can see the mist it's throwing out. That's what that color difference is. Yeah, unfortunately, the ground is drying just as fast as the mist is coming. Wow. It's just burning. We haven't heard anything about how many fire trucks are back there, but I assume it's every single one from every single town around here. We've got great fire department people, great emergency people out here. When the fires hit, they are on top of it. Actually, one of my buddies blew off some fireworks the day after. He ended up getting a $2,000 ticket. Yep. So I'll give a big shout out to all the first responders for this thing. I know they're out there doing one hell of a job. See if that lightning is kicking chicken again. Yeah, lightning died down just a little bit. Unfortunately, it is getting closer, so the lightning's coming in from this side, and the fire's cruising this way from this side. Oh. Holy cow. Oh, well, while I'm at it, and since we got a brief moment where the wind's not tearing me off my feet, hey, if you guys are watching, I've actually got a show called the Check Your Engine Club. It's a show for men. Manly stuff, good jokes, funny stuff. I put out an episode every Friday. You should check it out. Anyways, just wanted to throw that out there. Don't forget to hit the follow button, because then you'll get like one of those updates and stuff. I don't know. I'm not very good at this, and making the videos is a pain in the tail. You can hear them. There they go. We got another fire. So that guy's heading to the fire that just broke out on the backside. For some reason, the lightning just, I'm going to say for some reason, but the lightning started another fire back there. I just saw it on the app. And that one's lighting up again. So the wind's coming. Holy smokes. Hey, but at least they're doing something right. I mean, it's definitely not the Hawaii fires, that's for sure. Poor people. Nobody even did anything. Or the LA fires, where they let everything burn down and didn't do a damn thing. But we live out here in an extremely poor area. And I mean, like, this is where people go to retire that have no money. And we've still got better fire department, better emergency services than places like LA or Maui. Yeah, 0% contained, absolutely. Holy crud. Yeah, and the lightning's absolutely going nuts to the north. Holy crud. That looks like something out of a horror movie. Tell me that doesn't, guys. Does that look like something out of a horror movie? Just add in like the little shadow walker person or something like that, and just be perfect. Throwing some screaming. Yep. Lightning start. Yep. Just started another fire. So we're out here on Broadway. It started one just northwest of us. And there was one out on Appleton, which is just northwest of us as well. And the lightning is actually just north, so it's state line, so closer to Walla Walla. You can see the lightning going off back there. It's striking. That's all fields back there. That's all orchards and fields where the lightning's going over right now. So yeah, I expect a whole lot more smoke. The air is definitely getting smoke here. You can see it through the light. Oh yeah, that just lit up a whole lot more. So that fire is getting a lot closer. Shit. Well, unfortunately, at some point in time here, I'm going to have to break away and start making plans to make sure we're good. Wow. So that's all South Milton free water, southwest Milton free water up on the ridge. So Milton free water is kind of shaped like a upside down triangle. And this would be the bottom of the triangle right along the edge of it. And that's all up on a ridge. So that's all wheat fields back there. I mean, you're talking thousands and thousands of acres of wheat, alfalfa, corn, onions, all agriculture back there. And it's all on fire right now. And then you got the neighborhood people getting the heck out of town. Goodbye. Yeah, when the smoke comes rolling in, you'll see that around here because there's a lot of elderly people out here. Like I said, this is where people come to retire because it is, well, at least it used to be affordable living. Unfortunately, over the last 5 years, it's not become that affordable. It's like everywhere else, overpriced. And I mean, literally, like I say on my YouTube shorts, man, we still can't even afford bacon out here. And if you've been to the store for coffee lately, that's just nuts. Coffee is insane. Wow. Look at that. It's just everything back there is on fire. That's just freaking nuts. I hope nobody gets hurt too. And thanks for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. Holy smokes. I gotta be honest, when that lightning was coming down earlier, I might have tinkled my pants a little bit because they were hitting pretty close. Yeah, I wasn't sure I was gonna make it through that one unscathed. That's probably some of the most ballsy stuff I've done in a while because they were hitting like right behind the house. Man, I really hope they get this under control. Yeah, the prices are insane. Absolutely. Like literally my home, we picked it up for $30,000, did a renovation to it. It's worth $250,000. And I'm not even talking a big renovation. And $30,000 for the house and the property. It's the house next door was worth about $45,000 at the time. Now between the two houses, that's more than $500,000 a home, and that's just in 5 years. So unfortunately, the prices of it's priced out people that needed low budget homes that were okay with living in an area like this where everything was cheap and affordable, low key. And now, you know, the wineries, just because it turned into a little Napa Valley out here, and I'm not complaining about all the wine, my wife loves it, but Jiminy crickets, you know, I'm a disabled, you know, multiple chronic illnesses, you know, never know what day is going to be the last one. Look at that right there. You can see it. You can see the flames coming up. Holy smokes. Wow. That is something else. That big blurry spot right there of red, those are flames. You can see them coming over the ridge. Look at that. I wish I could focus in better. No, it won't. Oh, there we go. It'll let me focus in just a little bit. See, sorry, I don't want to go too fast and make it terrible, but yep. So those are the flames coming over the ridge. That looks horrible. Sorry. Oh. Wow. Yeah, most people out here are just barely getting by. And for the most part, we're okay with it. But then, then the bigwigs had to come down here and raise the price up of everything. It's unfortunate. Did you know that you could walk into the liquor store down here 5 years ago and buy a fifth of Jack Daniels for $9? That's right. Now it's like 25. Yeah, a little inflation there, just a wee bit. For anybody who just tuned in, we're out here in Milton, Free Water. We've got a fire burning to the south. Started up on the hill. It's tearing down south. We've got lightning hitting up north. The winds are starting to kick up a little bit again. We've been having gusty winds anywhere from 20 to 50 miles an hour. Yeah, it's one heck of a night, that's for sure. My wife is off helping to evacuate her elderly disabled home. She's a manager and watches over the home health care workers. They are evacuating them or have evacuated them. So she's over dealing with them right now. And I am here recording and manning the yard, watering the heck out of it, which I actually need to move the water. So we're going to do that real quick, but we'll go ahead and lock you guys up on the fire, I think. All right, don't mind me, guys. I want to put you down with the view of the fire for just a minute. Well, that didn't work out so well. All right. All right, y'all, just bear with me. I got to switch the water. We're trying to keep our yard saturated with water right now. I know you can't see me. I'm here. We don't have any lights on in the backyard right now. But we're trying to keep the yard wet because we know the fire is going to turn and come north. It already has started to, and it's tearing through the south end of our town, which is unfortunate. Sorry, that's me. Hey, guys. So I gotta flip the water off and adjust it. If you've ever had a battle, fires heading towards your house, you know the drill. It's an unfortunate one, but it has to happen because we're not trying to lose everything. And with my wife off doing her job right now, it's my job to take care of the house. Sorry, I'll get you guys all focused back in on the prevailing fire here. Holy smokes. Now, the stupid part of me says hop in the car, drive down there and see what's going on so you guys can get a view. The smarter part of me is like, that's a bad idea. What do you guys think? I'm doing my best to keep it opened up and make sure you guys know what's going on. I made sure to charge my phone up earlier. It's weird. My wife said this was going to happen. I didn't believe her. I was like, no. I was actually on the phone with a guy that was talking about having me come do deck work, and I was explaining to him that I'm on a breathing machine and I'm like 80% disabled. I could do the work, but he'd have to put up with me being on a breathing machine, and it probably taken 4 times longer than anybody else, and I would only charge by the hour, which is even worse. And he still was talking about having me do the work, and the whole time I'm doing it, my wife comes running out screaming, the fire jumped. it's da 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 da. We've got to start getting the yard wet. And I got upset, and it turns out, yeah, she was right, like usual. But she's not listening, and she doesn't watch this that often, so she'll never know that I admitted it. But yeah, the wife was right. The fire is coming back. You can see it right there. It doesn't show up very well, but you can see the ridge on fire for sure. It is burning bright. Holy smokes. That bright point right at the bottom right there, if you were here and you could see it, that point right there, you can see the ridge is clear as day on fire and the fire line. So it's made it over the hill. It's coming down this side of the hill. And the lightning's kicking up again and the wind's starting to kick up. Holy smokes. Could have asked for a little bit nicer evening, a little quieter evening. Yeah, the lightning's flashing over here. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. It all came out of nowhere. Like literally came out of nowhere. There was nothing. It was blue skies, beautiful, calm weather, a little hot but beautiful out. And then the wind shifted, it started getting windy, the fire shifted, the lightning came, everything came at once. I mean, you couldn't have planned it better. If you were looking for the doom and gloom to just happen at once, you could not have planned it better. Yeah, it's absolutely a mess down there. Holy shenanigans. Yep, so the fire's burned past. It's burned over the hill here and is down further now. So it's cruising closer to town. I don't see it as much up on the ridge here. Of course, that doesn't mean it's not there. They might have actually gotten a bunch of that out. Now, we did actually have a fire up here yesterday, around the same area actually, for about 2 hours of smoking. But I mean, immediately the fire department was up there. I mean, within the minute it came over the scanner, there was a fire. All you heard was sirens, and about 2 hours later, the smoke was gone. Yeah, we got another water truck. Yeah, another water truck. Holy shenanigans. So he's heading down Broadway, going to hit the main street. My guess is he's heading up there to bring some water. He was probably at the fire that just started over here. Maybe they got that out already, but we've been having lightning strikes like crazy all around us, at least to the west and to the north of us. Just, I mean, that is just such weird timing, right? Sorry guys, my wife is calling here. I had to let her know. I'm gonna cut this one in just a minute. I'm gonna have to call my wife. I know she needs my help. Thanks everybody for tuning in and watching. I will definitely update what happens with this as soon as we know, and I will put the footage up by tomorrow. Thanks everybody for tuning in. You know, take care of yourselves. A big old GB. I'm Driftwood. Out of here.